First, I want to say I'm so glad you're here because we have a lot coming up in this reading. We're going to go ahead and do a healing reading because if you are currently in separation with someone and you'd like to reconnect, this separation is for a reason. And so this is to guide you to understand what this time apart is for. What is it that you should be healing? What is it that your person needs to heal? And then some connecting energies. I also got some channeled written messages from Spirit, so I'll read those as well. Let's dive in. I have all the cards already shuffled and pulled, so we can just dive in. So starting with your energy, I pulled 2 animal cards. I was asking for 1, but I got 2. So I'm going to read these to you. This is the pronghorn, if you resonate with that at all. And then you have the wolf. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. And the wolf, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. This already feels like there are things within you that you've been neglecting. Talents, gifts, things that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you want to start a business or do your own thing or have a side gig or whatever that is. Create. Now is the time to focus on those things. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Release your past and start a new journey. Okay. And then continuing on, what else you have to work on and heal through during this time. Karmic clearing. So this could be every relationship we've ever had, whether that's with an acquaintance, a friend, a family member, a lover, teaches us. We grow from it. So this is almost inviting me to tell you or remind you to notice what you're still holding on to from past relationships, resentment, anger, someone you haven't forgiven, and work to clear and heal through all of that. Otherwise, you will bring that into your next relationship. And if you want that to be a union with this person, you need to clear all of this old stuff for this union to work. You don't have to do it alone. You could seek help from a professional. But that's really, really important so that you don't burden others with your triggers and your traumas. Those are your responsibility to heal through. Okay. Our next card. Big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas. Pleiades may be symbolic for you. You know those random moments where you think, oh, that'd be a good idea, or that'd be really fun. I want to do that. And then you never do it. Follow those, do those. Those lead you exactly where you are meant to go. We are drawn to the things we're drawn to for a reason. So I don't want you ignoring those things. And our next card is to heal through is the Wheel of Creation. These are all mandalas. They're really pretty. Okay, this I actually wanted to read something to you. So the Wheel of Creation is again about a new start. That's what you got with the wolf. Start a new journey. It feels like you're a spiritual being or a healer or a light worker of some kind, or you feel like you could be. It's time to start that. This diving more into your spiritual awakening. So the Wheel of Creation, again, this card, it offers guidance for new beginnings that are on the horizon. Big winds of change are gathering momentum and will soon be felt. If you choose to embrace the change and move forward with love, these winds will bring you great blessings. Again, trusting those calls, those little downloads, those moments of, why do I feel like I want to do that thing? Go do it. Why do I want to talk to that person? Go do it. Those are all lessons. Those are all guiding you forward. They're pulling you. They're nudging you. You are being guided. We don't want to ignore those calls. So start trusting your intuition and trusting yourself. And then your last card for healing is stop breaking agreements. This is about agreements with yourself. Stop saying you're not going to reach out to this person and then texting them. Stop saying you're going to start taking care of yourself and then getting junk food for dinner. Stop breaking agreements with yourself. If you can't keep integrity and a promise to yourself, it's going to be difficult to do it for others as well. So you need to build that foundation within yourself first, okay? And then you got a channeled message. Time is on your side. Rush and you shall fail. Take one stepping stone and build yourself from the ground up. Create a castle to live within and forever call that home. Okay, I have chills. Build yourself from the ground up. Create a castle to live within and forever call that home. So it feels like you give all of yourself to someone else. You lose yourself in other people. You put everything into a relationship, and then if it doesn't work out, you crumble and feel like you don't even know who you are. So this is about finding yourself, discovering who you are, what you want, and building that foundation. Build yourself from the ground up with one stepping stone at a time. You need to always have you and your home, yourself, your body, your heart, your foundation, so that if something doesn't work out, you will always be okay. This seems like it's a big time, big time for you in self-love, self-respect, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. Should you choose to do this, you will be unstoppable. This is the biggest thing you could ever do. That's a really big message. Okay, beautiful. So let's look into your person's energy. So their animal cards, giraffe and sea otter. I just like to show you them. Giraffe and sea otter. So the giraffe, this is what your person needs to be working through. And remember, these can be reversed. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. And the sea otter is be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Your person might ride a motorcycle. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Okay, so with the giraffe, rise above earthly matters. Your person probably lives from their ego. They're in their head a lot. They overthink things. They're very human, for lack of a better word, whereas it felt like you were a more spiritual being. And they think, stand tall in your self-worth. They think they may not be good enough for you. They probably see how evolved you are or feel like they are not there or at your level at all. But they're also, I'm getting like money. Like they feel like they need to be at a certain level or in a certain place in life. And they're not playing. They're not actually being real and authentic about what they want. They're not even being honest with themselves about it. They're not giving themselves the space to be honest with themselves. They don't even think about that thing. They're just thinking logically and the next step and well, and it's like, okay, let's balance out your head and your heart a little bit. So maybe that'll come up. I don't remember what the cards are. Okay, next card for them. Divine talents. Okay, so I think they're suppressing their spiritual side, their gifts, their talents. They don't see them as gifts or talents. They don't trust their intuition. It doesn't feel like they yet completely have wrapped their mind around the fact that there is a lot going on in this universe and there is so much greater than us. And it's not about just being a human and living and dying. There's more to it. And they're starting to feel that intuitive pull. And maybe that will come out in their talents, their gifts, their the things that they are really good at doing. Their next healing card, inner child, the golden children. Time for them to heal through some inner child work. That didn't make sense, but their patterns in your relationship and in other relationships, it probably shows up throughout family, friends, everything, stems from their trauma. I mean, the way that they are, maybe they're a little bullheaded or egotistical or judgmental. This is a reminder to be tender, and again with their gifts. They have rare gifts. They haven't tapped into them yet. You might know what they are. I feel like you can see beyond the mask, but maybe not, and that's okay. This feels very new for them. All of this feels so new for them. They don't quite know what to do with it yet. The separation, whatever happened, probably threw them a little bit, or a lot of it. And their next healing card is New Moon. And then this one I actually wanted to read as well. So New Moon is about knowing what you want, creating clarity and the ability to see new possibilities. Yeah, it feels like they're on this, or they have been on this trajectory of just living the same existence. Their goals sort of seem superficial, and any goal is wonderful to have. But now they're feeling this different type of pull, this deeper pull toward healing and growth. So whereas before they may have said, okay, I want to be a better runner and run faster, now it's sort of, oh, I kind of want to go to therapy. It's a different type of growth. It's a little deeper. And so they're just now starting to feel that and heal that. And that's something they need to work on before the two of you can connect again. And then their last card is Recognize Divine Timing. Again, they don't really, spirituality is not their thing. You know, they didn't grow up with it. And they don't yet know about divine timing. And so this is almost a spiritual awakening for them. In fact, it probably is. Whereas everything around them, everything they think they know has to crumble. So this might be a big transition for them. So it is really, really imperative that you focus on you and building your home within yourself. Remember, build that castle, one stepping stone at a time, while they become the person they need to be able to water the garden at your castle and support you, and you will be a nice balance for each other. Okay, and then your connecting energies. All right, let's see. This person may have you on a pedestal a little bit, but there is a lot of love between you two. There is this feeling of both of you want to move into a calmer place within this connection. You know, there may have been a lot of triggers and trauma and explosiveness or just not settled feelings. And both of you, it looks like, want to move to calmer waters. We have a couple more here. You are at the end of a cycle, but it is up to you both to not move backward and go into the same old cycle. It's time to move forward and clear out this stuff so the same stuff doesn't keep coming up again. That is your responsibility within yourself. You cannot control someone else. You cannot change someone else. This is a time for you. And then ultimately, if you both do these things, you will find balance within this connection. Temperance. Just her and her swan. And the sunshine gleaming off the water there. My cat wants to say hi. All right. I hope this was helpful. I will leave some ideas on how to actually work on yourself and stay focused on yourself in the description. But if this did resonate, please like, comment, subscribe. I am so happy to have you here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me.